Alright, I'm going to start this video with this view of this thing. This is the end result of, seems like I've been working on this for 7 hours and 15 days. Or not 15, but actually 10 days. But it seemed like 15 days. It's been fun. The following video is me along the way, and mind you, I didn't video or take a video of everything I did, so just to mention that. Alright, so enjoy the video. This is what I got going on. Did some work over here. So I fixed this. Had a little tear in it. I think I cut it. No, that was a tear. So I put a little piece of metal back there and then welded it. And that's fine now. There we go. And what else? Get back there and see that. There. A piece of metal back there. There it is. Okay, so I just need to get this high spot off. Knock down here. Still a high spot here. So we gotta fix that. Repaired this. So that needs to be hammered down, straighten up that last little bit. And then body filler. Okay, maybe there's a crack there. Alright. Okay, so not done yet there. This one needs just one last repair. It's pretty straight. Just this repair here. And then, okay, and then I got one here, there. Okay, how about that? That one's pretty straight. All right. So we're getting there, almost there. Oh yeah, this dent here. All right. Continue on. Okay, I got this bed fixed up. I'm doing the sanding right now so I can identify the low spots. I did some sanding last night. Let's see here. Over here, this is ready to be bondoed, lower panel. So I'm just going to sand it all. So we're done. Let's see here. These. Oh yeah, I have some work to do right here still. It's a little bit of a irregularity. Right there, might need a little bit of, might have a high spot there. It's okay. It's all gonna get beautified. Just gotta clean up all the edges, block it out. So here we go. Let me get a couple of shots before I put the Bondo on it. Got it all cleaned up. Couldn't get that good. It was hard to get in there. So I got it the best I could. Not that good. Alright, I'm gonna start bondoing these two panels here. Got some right there. Some right there. Right here. All right, the sand fest continues. let's take a look at where I'm at. I haven't even put any body filler. I'm about to put body filler on that. And I've been working over here. I tell you what, there are no shortcuts. This stuff. So that's all sculpted out. It still needs to be sanded other than with the 80 grit. But I mean, it's good. It's good. It's got to be. All that work I put into it. So that whole panel is straight. So I put some body filler on this dent. There's still one here. I think that's it though. I fixed this. This is done. So yeah, it looks really good. Just gotta finish. Maybe, no, that'll be fine. Okay, so this gets done. There's a pretty big dent here. And the other part's pretty straight. There's a low spot here. Oh, these are high spots. I should knock those down a little bit. Knock that down. So, low spot. Yeah, I still got to do it though. I only do things one way. That's all the way. I don't know, I just can't do anything half-ass. It's just the way I am. I'll get you a video of this complete truck. I mean, that truck's done over everything. I mean, everything that matters. I could list off a whole bunch of things that aren't brand new. But it's good enough. You know, in Arizona, the rubber goes away, it turns hard, and you got to replace it all. But the metal's fine. All the metal's fine. There's no rust on this thing to speak of. Not even nothing. Just absolutely nothing. The only rust that I found was underneath the floor pan or the carpet, and that was from the AC leaking condensate from the evaporator core. So yeah, no rust. This might as well be a brand new truck. All right, so also I gotta say hey to Maverick. He's probably gonna watch this video 2 or 3 times now. We got him a Snap-on towel and he loved it. It's so cool. I should have got a picture of it. Maybe I do. I probably do. But yeah, it's cool. So Maverick, how you doing? So I'm gonna get back to work on this thing. Get a load of this. This is all finished out to 220 grit sandpaper. So it's ready for primer. It's smooth. Smooth. It looks good. Feels good. It is good. Okay, time to move on to the other side. Along this body line. Whoa. So I'm thinking about turning that bed around, switching sides, so I can work in the shade, kind of. So I'll just lift it up and spin it around. I got this bed cleaned out with cleaned out the oil out of it, and it's got some. It's fine. I just need to clean the sides. I'll clean it out with soap and water one more time, and then I'll wipe it down with solvent. And if I sand it, it'll be very lightly. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I do want to get this side done. So that's next. I do have a high spot still, so I'm going to pound on that and then put Bondo, start sanding. And then the tailgate. Probably won't do anything to the inside, but I'll do the top and the back. So that'll be next. Stay. All right, that's how you do it. Here it is. This is where I'm at. I didn't film every little step. It's just too much. The amount of work is just a lot. But here's where we're at. I got the glaze on it on this part here. Hopefully that'll all smooth out with no imperfections. I mean, this is not the only time to get the imperfections. After the primer is on, you can find and fix little divots. But yeah, as long as the body's straight, anything else can be remedied. This is ugly. I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of sanding on this until I get a straight face. Hopefully today will be the last sanding on this, and then I can prep it for primer. I'm going to go around the top edge at 220. All of that too. And then just start cleaning this bed. The oil from the engine started seeping through the bed. It was all up in here. I had to scrub it off. See where the paint is? That's where the oil was. The oil preserved the paint. And I'm still not done getting it all off of there. So, I mean, it's over the whole truck. See that right there? And then underneath, oh my gosh. And so the whole truck, I know I've said it before, but this thing's undercoated with engine oil. Okay, we're getting there. Coming around for the home stretch. All right, here we go. We're done with the body work. So now we're about ready to clean it off and primer it, set up. I got to regroup, clean up my mess. Got to switch from body work to paint work. So we're gonna primer this, and that's straight. I mean, there were a lot of iterations of Bondo. You can see them. Each one of those is another iteration. It's apply and sand, and in order to get it completely straight, it took me a while. The if I learned anything, I think it's do more body work, do the more metal work, take the dents out better, and then you don't have to do so many layers of body filler, because the body filler only fills in a little bit at a time, and it tends to create a suction area where the low spot is, so it always leaves a low spot where you're trying to fill it. So yeah, all this is straight. It's very straight. So I mean, the only part that I didn't really get under is underneath there. I mean, I did for the most part get it all straightened out. I mean, you can see the factory roughness that they left on there, which I don't know, I can't reproduce that, or I'm not even going to. But it's underneath the body line, so if you're standing next to the truck, you'll never see that. But this bed was in horrible shape, come to find out, after all the body work I had to do. You see all these little dents are filled, or these holes are filled in with the glaze. So after you put the body filler on there, you have to go over it with the glaze to fill in any divots, holes, because they'll pop out in the paint or first in the primer, and if you don't catch them in the primer, they'll come out in your paint. So best thing to do now for those things, if you get a divot, is to take a razor blade and some glazing compound and just fill in the holes. But for what it is, I mean, this is way overkill. It's straight. That truck needs now to be sanded. So that's the other task at hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and primer it, and then we'll take a look at that. All right, I got one coat of primer, and it started to rain a little bit, so I'm not completely covered. So we're gonna stop right there. I'll just have to prep it again and spray a second coat of primer, unless I prep it and one coat of primer is sufficient. We'll see. Okay, I mean, I did get a full coverage. I didn't build anything, but I got it completely covered. And you can see my body lines. So, you know, the work speaks for itself. All right, there you go. Okay, I was able to avoid the rain, and I did get a second coat of primer on there, and I laid it on pretty heavy. So I have plenty of material to sand. So that's it. We'll go ahead and get this thing sanded after I prep the truck. I'll just let this sit until it's all ready to be color sanded, or not color sanded, but wet sanded. And that's it.